Like, I got about 20 minutes into it. I want to say like 25 minutes into it. And my first thought was, this is chaotic. Especially after, I believe it was after the George Floyd comments. He was here and talked about the Jews, and he got on George Floyd. And I was like, bro, this is chaotic. I'm like, this is duality. This is truth and lies. This is too much confusion. And I was like, oh, that sounds familiar. Confusion, chaos, truth and lies. What the hell does that sound like? I don't know about y'all, but it sounded real familiar to me. And to me, the first thing I thought of was white supremacy. That's at the core of white supremacy. They give you some truth, they give you some lies. That sounds like Trump versus Biden. Sounds like Hillary versus Kamala. Sounds like et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It sounds like he's being controlled. Now, I will say, it also sounds like, because of some of the truth that he said, sounds like he might be trying to fight out of that control, but he's still being controlled. He's still being affected. He's still being handled. He said a lot of things about the Jews. That was true, okay? Actually, I didn't finish watching. I got probably like 2 hours into the interview. I ain't even finished like the last hour yet. But from what I heard, him said about the Jews, he didn't say anything false from my knowledge. Let me say that. I didn't hear him say anything false. I also really didn't hear him say anything that was, honestly, he needed to apologize for. It's kind of like the Cannon situation. We know what happens, especially to Black men, okay, who speak truth to power. And now we talking about truth to power specifically when it comes to them people. We can look at our great brother, great teacher, Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, for that. And we can see what happened to that. But even if you want it with him, but we can even go a little less extreme with Nick Cannon. It happened to Nick Cannon. They snatched the show. He had to go give money to damn Israel. He had to do 1,700 apologies. We see what has happened when you start speaking truth to power about them people. We know. So, of course, naturally, as soon as I seen that, I mean, regardless of the context of even my own personal thoughts of him not having to apologize, or me believing that he was speaking truth to power, I already knew that them people was coming for him. Do you think the people in that room think they didn't know that them people was coming for him? Now, the Jews in there, again, it was 4 Jews in there, and of course, they didn't say anything because I do think, personally, they probably thought what he was saying may have been nothing wrong with it. But I think also a part of that was because they knew they didn't really have to. They said, oh, nigga, you want to speak like that? I got you. Okay, then I speak. Speak. Oh, Nora, you going to let them speak too? Oh, no, go ahead. Because they know that them people, gonna get them, gonna check them regardless. But he goes in on the Jews. But then you switch over. Here goes the white supremacy. Here goes the reminder of white supremacy, because this is chaos. This is confusion. This is lies and truth. Yeah, well, George Floyd died. He didn't even die from suffocation. He didn't even die from the knee. He just died from fentanyl. I got that from Candace Owens' documentary. Shout out to Candace. That's white supremacy. Especially after the White Lives Matter thing. You're talking about saving your people, how we the real Jews, all of this real truth, right? But then you go and turn around and say these falsehoods, straight up lies. And then he brings up the other white supremacist talking point. Oh, we're worried about BLM. We're worried about police, but what about Chicago? Oh, I said, when he said that, when he said, what about Chicago? I'm like, brother, fuck. Oh, hell no. No. That's right-wing white supremacist talking points. That's not conscious. That's not woke. That's Candace Owens. Candace Owens 2.0, because you're going on the Jews. True righteousness, you're not going to have to question like that. I kind of feel bad for the brother, actually, because I do think he's being controlled. But we cannot sit here and rally behind this chaos, y'all. We can't. Now, if you want to just say, if you want to support the free speech rules, I do respect the brothers and sisters that are doing that, specifically the brothers. I've seen a lot of brothers supporting the free speech. You know what I'm saying? Which I told her, this is why I'm like, I don't even think he should apologize. Not on that end. He shouldn't have apologized at all. Nor coward ass, I get into a second. He shouldn't apologize either. Or took down the video. But we can't rally behind chaos. Okay, I'm not saying we got to cancel the brother. Let's just focus on what affects us, is what I'm saying. Because that chaos, us trying to unravel the chaos that he has going on, that is really being orchestrated by his fucking handlers. Let's just be real. Let's just be real, people. Should be real. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? Let's not. It's a waste of time. Let's just be real. That's a waste of time and it's a distraction. And we ain't good with you disrespecting us every other 5 minutes and then turn around and then talk about, oh yeah, but the Jews. Well, brother, what about your direct disrespect? What about your direct disrespect and then with another disrespectful ass woman like Candace Owens? You give her a shirt to put on too and got her up on the internet defending you. She got up there and was up on some self-righteous gaslighting bull. Oh, well, you guys are worried about Black lives. You guys are worried about a shirt when Black Lives Matter took millions of dollars and da-da-da. Girl, that ain't got nothing to do with that damn shirt you got on. Take it off. And no, I'm not watching that stupid ass documentary. We've been knew Black Lives Matter was a scam. Get out of here. I'll take the notes. Somebody give me some keynotes and I'll take the notes. I'm not supporting that damn documentary. No, because I don't support you. And I don't believe that you're genuinely trying to expose BLM for the white supremacist orchestration that it was. Propaganda piece that it was. You're not really trying to expose for that. You're still on the side of white supremacy, just pointing at the other side of white supremacy. I'm not rocking with you. No. I'm not giving you no props and no. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Now, do I agree that they some bull? Cool. I'm appreciate or I can recognize your intellectualism for breaking down all of the parts of that, doing the research and really finding out what they was doing. Sure. But the fact that you want to turn around and disrespect us every 5 damn minutes right after you post that, right after you make that, and you probably do within the documentary too. Let's just be real here because they get real, even with the Black Lives Matter thing, they get real condescending, these right-wingers. Even Ye, a little bit in the interview, was like that. Oh, yeah, Black people, man, we were fooled. We were just scammed. We were just tricked. We just was supporting all of this. When they exposed all the money that was going into that Black Lives Matter, nigga, I guarantee you most of it was not from FBAs. We knew that. I was selling damn Black Lives Matter shirt. I remember, I think my daddy was selling Black Lives Matter shirts. I don't think that man ever gave a dime to Black Lives Matter. He was selling shirts off the street. This ain't Black Lives Matter, okay? Or supporting somebody. One of the brothers that he know, one of the vendors out there that sell what you call one of them was it was. And he ended up giving us some. I guarantee you that brother ain't get no money on that Black Lives. We're not that stupid. Like, I understand some of us were absolutely, but you ain't about to make me seem like no damn fool. We was giving all this money. We was giving all this energy and time to Black Lives Matter. Most of us was just using it as a hashtag, and that's it. That's why all these Black Lives Matter grassroots organizers, activists that got exposed, we ain't never seen before. That's why they got exposed. These ain't real grassroots Black American FBAs. Are we being serious? Most of us, at least a good portion of us, knew that shit was some bull. Now, the war, I give him a little bit of slack just because I genuinely think throughout the interview, he didn't realize how egregious Kanye was coming off, okay, to certain people. Let me say, he didn't come off egregious to me. I'm just saying, other than the George Floyd comments and some of the other comments I may not remember, but he said I ain't like. But other than that, he was speaking truth about them Jews. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nothing wrong with that, okay? But I don't think he realized how other people would see him saying that. And even if you watch the interview, throughout him talking, like, Noor is like, he's still trying to, it's like he don't really know how to rebuttal anything. You know, it's like he doesn't, it's like a part of him, it's like you can tell he's processing in a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, oh no, but we love Jewish people, right? Yeah, we love Jewish people. Give it up to Jewish people, right? Because I don't know what the hell he just said, if that was offensive or truthful or untruthful, I don't know. It's like he didn't even, the only thing he really kind of gave him pushback on was the George Floyd thing. But even that, he didn't go as hard as he could because he didn't really know the facts. Even though he could have Googled it and just, real quick and be like, you sure he didn't die from? Let me Google that right quick, yay, and make sure. You see that in whose documentary? Candace Owens. Let me definitely Google that. Let me definitely double check that before I just, let that fly on my podcast and got people thinking that you correct about that. Wasn't prepared to intellectually respond to Kanye, to be honest. Even with the simplest things, like I said, with the George Floyd comments, even with the Chicago comments, he didn't have no intellectual ammunition to get at the brother, to be real. Charlamagne do the same thing as Kanye. Give a little truth, give a little lie. Give a little realness, give a little fakeness. That's why I don't trust him. I don't trust him, okay? I ain't gonna call him a coon. But I'm sorry, I can't trust that brother. It's too chaotic. I can't rock with it. He gotta choose a side. He up on damn, talking about some, yeah, it was anti-Semitic. He needs to apologize. Oh, George Floyd comments was correct. He was right for chastising by the George Floyd comments. You on point with that, brother. But as far as the anti-Semitic, oh yeah, he needs to apologize. It was anti-Semitic. Oh no, like it's like Lord, brother, give me a break, okay? Then the war goes over to what's the other one? Power 106 with Ebro. What is it? Is it his name Ebro? The light-skinned dude. Is he black? I don't really know. I don't think he's black. Right? He's not black. He's like Abraham or something, right? Whatever. The radio station was a bunch of non-black people. They talking about black stuff, okay? and play a bunch of black music. Oh, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And Nora went over there and apologized as well. He got on FaceTime. He got on a video and apologized on there as well. And he was like, yeah, I was a special ed kid. Brother, don't downplay your... And see, I don't like that either. If you genuinely just didn't know, just say you don't know. But don't make yourself seem like an idiot. Like, you playing it to their hands. Don't make yourself seem dumb. Just say, I apologize. I wasn't prepared. Just say that. Just say that. That doesn't say anything about your intelligence. Just say I was not prepared. I was thrown off guard. I was drinking. I really just didn't know how to respond in the moment. I'm gonna just be real with you. I looked back at it and was responding sober-mindedly. But right there in the moment, I couldn't. I'm not gonna hold you. I really did. He was saying a lot, I was trying to pick up on other people. With other Jews in the room. I'm trying to make sure, you know what I'm saying? They not saying nothing. So I'm like, do I say something? If they don't say nothing, or they not looking no type. That's the way you could have played it. But don't get up there and say, yeah, I was a special ed student. I mean, I ain't never had no, what did he say? I think he said I never been to I never been trained to interview or something like that. I mean, bruh, don't do that. I mean, I'm not trying to offend no Jewish people, Like, I mean, bruh, it's just, come on. Don't be a coward about it. Is all I'm saying. Don't be a coward about it. And then you already took down the damn video, the interview. And one of the main reasons one of your main excuses, at least when you was talking to these radio hosts, was, oh, well, I believe in freedom of speech. Oh, well, I didn't want to stop them because freedom of speech. I didn't want to cut them off. I didn't want to, I wanted to keep things going because freedom of speech. And on that, even when they say, oh, well, what he said was anti-Semitic. Okay, well, I believe you should be able to say what the hell you think, even if it's anti-Semitic. Stand on that. I would respect it more. But you can't because you got revolt probably on your ass. Like, you need to get your ass out there and apologize and make sure that they know, them people know that this revolt ain't have nothing to do with his comments. You ain't have nothing to do with your comments. If you had something to do with his comments, if it's not clear that you ain't have nothing to do, oh, your show gonna come right, gonna go just as quickly as we took Wellin out. That joint gonna be gone right from under your nose just as quick as we took Wellin out. Best believe it. That's why he had to go on a quick press run to go and clean up what Kanye said, act like he had nothing to do with it. So again, I give Nori a little bit of leeway, but not really, because it's cowardly. You shouldn't apologize, bro. But he also said that Drake was the greatest rapper ever. Okay? It's again the thing with truth and lies. I can't fuck with that. Now, this is a little bit on the lower side of truth and lies or deception. Because it's not like he talking about the Jews, even though Drake is a Jew. Y'all see how oh damn, I didn't even think about that. Oh Lord, white supremacy. That's all that is. He mentioned Drake for a reason. I just thought about it. Drake is half Jewish. I mean, Drake is Jewish. So, I mean, wouldn't be surprising you going on the Jews and then you give the greatest rapper ever title to a Jew. Little coincidental, don't you think? I don't think so. I think it's intentional. But, we can say it's a little ironic or coincidental. He did that, right? Great means very large in size, extent, or intensity. Of larger size than other smaller forms. Large in quantity or number. And there's actually another definition. This ain't even a definition I've seen. Let's see. Remarkable, outstanding in magnitude, degree, or extent. Extensive in time or distance, of outstanding significance or importance, chief or principal. None of those equate to best. And that's what I'm seeing people in the comments, people talking about this comment saying. They're trying to make great synonymous with best. And I don't even think he's either. Now, here's the main reason why. It's very simple. Why Drake cannot really be the greatest nor the best rapper ever. He cannot be it. Because all of the greatest rappers, we can just keep it at greatest. We don't even got to do best. We can go the greatest. All of the greatest rappers, and I guarantee you, if chat, y'all can drop some of your greatest rappers alive. Please put in the chat. Because I guarantee you they're all going to have one thing in common. All of the greatest rappers alive have some sort of connection to not only grassroots Black people, Black Americans, but also a connection to the Black struggle, Black consciousness. All of them. We talk about Tupac, Biggie, talk about you can come on, we can do newer. J. Cole, Kendrick. When we talk about the greats, they all have a connection to the grassroots. All of their music, at least even Wayne. Wayne was the greatest for a minute, and arguably he still is. Because a lot of people ain't seeing Drake. I don't even think Drake is seeing him. He talking about he's the greatest. Drake is, he not even seeing Kanye. Kanye is greater than Drake. Because Kanye and Wayne, just like Tupac, Biggie, J. Cole, Kendrick, all of them have a direct Nas. Thank you, Rakim. Thank you, all of them, Jay-Z. All of them have a direct connection to the grassroots, our consciousness, and our struggle. Drake does not have that. Drake, the grassy Canadian ass, even with him being half FBA, does not have that. I've been drunk all night, this year. I know when the hell I'm bling. Cause you know when I'm way up, I feel blessed. Hey, all of those are cool songs. Not one of his songs I turn on when it's time to feel something real. When I need to feel something real that got to do with my Blackness, my struggle, my pride, my experience here, I'm turning on Cole. I'm turning on Kendrick. I'm turning on Pac. I'm turning on Biggie. I'm turning on Jay-Z. I'm turning on Nas. I don't turn on Drake. Drake is not on the list. I barely even got Drake on my damn phone if I'm being real. But you damn sure not turning on when it's time to listen to something real that I want to feel. I can't feel him because his music lacks the Black consciousness. You can switch up now. Sure. Why not? You could switch up now. Why not? Why not? And throw a little bit of it in there. Maybe that could inch you forward. But at this point, because of your past, because the last, 10 years he's been out, he's only put out stuff really for radio. He's only put out stuff really for the popular crowd. He puts out pop rap music. He's a singing ass rapper. I mean, let's just be real. Now, do we want to give him the title as the greatest singing rapper? Maybe. But I think it's hella disrespectful for you to ignore the long line of FBA, especially, fully FBA, non-Jewish, FBA men and even women that have came before him and even is still here now that is connected to that core, like that is like one of the pillars of hip-hop, is Black struggle and consciousness. There's no way that you can be put on the pinnacle of hip-hop and say that you're the greatest of one of these subsects of hip-hop and you don't have that. It's not possible. Like, it's impossible. Kanye, you think he's trying to get out of his I mean, that could be. Maybe there's a bigger play at hand. And I'm not gonna hold you. I seriously hope that there is. I want to say this now. I seriously hope that there's more to this than what I'm seeing. I genuinely hope I'm wrong. But brother, you have to understand the pattern. You can only get so far. You can only help us but so much after you've left yourself entrapped in their realm. After you climb so hard, you can't just turn your back on them. They won't allow you to do that. And it's going to be a lot harder for you to come up out of that because, again, the people that's supposed to protect you, which is us, who you could turn to, are not really willing to do so as much because you turn your back on us is what it seems like. Or every time you turn to us, you talking shit or you punching down or you criticizing and still not really recognizing what we're going through and why we're going through it. So yeah, my intention is that he's trying to come up out them chains. He's trying to ultimately liberate his people and, free himself. I would love for that to be the ultimate goal. But at this point in time, do I think it's realistic without him either being destroyed publicly like they trying to do right now, or possibly kill him? I don't know. You didn't let yourself get too far into it. It's like, I hope that's the case. But I don't know, man. I doubt it. We do not play, but I green. You fuck with the team. Might find your West in the creek. We crossing our T's. We don't never miss a beat.